Let's set the scene. Did you watch the entirety of the kind of thing, or did you just watch the fight?
Well, no. By the time I got on for the live stream here on the breakdown, it was Jake and Andre were like warming up, and then
Okay.
and then Andre started walking out.
So what were your first thoughts about watching Andre walk out?
It was when I heard his coach got knocked down, I didn't feel too good, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was a flatness to it. It was just I didn't see. I was like, but you know me, I'm like, no, maybe there's something.
But you
maybe
never
it's
know,
not
right?
something.
Some guys just approach it differently. They like that quiet, kind of calm,
I'm
whatever.
trying to justify myself. That's what I was doing.
Right. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. So then, come to find out, when he's walking out, Ariel is down on commentary. Ariel Hawani, my guy. You know what I'm saying? We're tight now. He says the line before the fight started that I was like, oh no, because by this point, I'm done for the night outside of the wrap up, because we've already thrown it to the team down there, Todd and all them.
Yep.
We've thrown it down there. Tyron's gone down there to do commentary. I'm solo dolo up there by myself on the stage, kind of watching this. And I hear Ariel go, yeah, I tried to interview him tonight before the fight, and he didn't want to talk, and he said he didn't, quote, want to be here.
He said, I didn't want to be here, or I didn't want to just do the talk.
I don't want you, like he said to Ariel, I should have said it that way. He said to Ariel, I don't want you to be here. I don't want to talk to anyone. And I was like, uh-oh.
That's either one not good. I think
Either
I
one.
want to be like a Nick Diaz.
No, not. He was like, I think Ariel was saying he didn't want
I don't want
Ariel.
to fight Robbie.
He's like, I don't even want to be here. This is dumb. But he was like, Ariel, I don't want you to be in here. I don't want to talk to anyone. So I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, not good, dude. The lights are getting too bright.
So then Jake walks out to, what's the song? Rocking around the Christmas tree on another holiday. And I'll say this was a dope feel. Not because of the song, but also, not just because of the song, but also the people were in with it. And I noticed something in this walkout and in the post-fight speech, and even in a podcast Logan and Jake did after. I think I'm going to make a video on a main channel about it. This looked like the first time Logan Paul was stepping back and watching his younger brother thrive. Like, Logan's been happy for Jake, you know what I'm saying? And he's been there for him. He's walked out with him, but he's done it with the prime on his shoulder or some gimmick. But this time, I mean, he had the WWE belt. I'm fine with that. Promote the shit out of that belt because you're a star. It looked like Logan was enjoying watching his little brother do something here.
Yeah, it's probably similar to when it was like, I can't remember, but it felt like maybe Logan or Gibb or Logan and like when they fought KSI and Deji.
Yeah,
like,
something like that maybe. But
closer
even
to that
then,
time before like, because like Logan blew up, but
it just looked like the first time Logan was let me just take a back seat and watch him do his thing.
Let me just
here.
be here for my bro.
Let me just be in this moment with him, right? And then Greg was doing the walk with him, and it was like the whole family. It looked super cool, man. And I was watching in the monitor, and I was like, just took back for a second. I was like, damn, that looks pretty. That's pretty cool, you know.
Dope.
So anyway, Jake gets in the ring, and here we go, round one. Immediately, you saw kind of what Jake wanted to do, right? Bouncing. Okay. Keeping some distance between him and Andre for the first bit there, and then started unloading with the variety, man. He started using his jab. There you go. He started using his jab. He started giving different high and low jabs, started doing a lot of feinting as well. There was a moment in the fight where Andre caught him with a right hand.
That right hand.
Hit him with it.
Bro, he hit him with it, but I remember when he landed it, I was like, oh, bro, it's one of those moments when somebody like lands something significant and you can tell that they thought it was going to do more.
Right. It wasn't
as
significant.
They almost have realized this realization that, shoot, like Jake realizes, okay, that's one of your best shots.
Cool.
And Andre landed it and kind of like lost his balance from it, and then was like, it wasn't like one of those things where you land an overhand. You're like me when I was with Kenny, I landed. I'm like, let's go.
Right.
Like I run forward because like they didn't do that much damage, but it's like, bro,
it instills more confidence in you when you land that. Correct. And you know you felt you landed hard. Even if he's playing poker over there, you know that it hurt him. When you land that and it doesn't shake him in the least bit, and now you, like you said, stumble back a little bit, that confidence that you may not have even had to begin with just falls to the floor.
And it woke Jake up, bro. It reminded me of like when you're like training with someone. Like imagine like you're fighting your dad or like an older brother or something, and then you hit him hard, and you're like, oh no, here they come.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, dude.
Right.
I didn't expect that, dude. I didn't expect that at all.
I thought he was going to throw, I thought that where was the guy that we saw throwing the lead hands? Where was the guy that dug his head in someone's chest and was burying shots walking forward? That guy was not there. He was flat-footed. It looked
no
like
volume, no pressure.
Nothing. It looked like he was legitimately afraid of everything happening around him.
Yes.
Frozen.
The deer in the headlights look.
Frozen.
And I remember in the beginning, I started saying, oh, he's okay. He's not overreacting. He's getting underneath stuff.
Right.
And he landed that right hand. Said, okay, maybe the offense will come. And then Jake started throwing some stuff and jabs, and he started like ducking, like, and he started overreacting. I'm like, no, what's going on here? What is happening?
Started
to
biting
unfold.
On everything. Yeah.
Started to unfold right in front of you. Like you've seen it before, but I saw a couple of clips of just like other influencers. I've sent a couple of them to you where they're watching. Like people have literally now think it's rigged because they're watching it, and then they're like, hey, what the hell? What is this guy? What's this guy doing? Then they expect like, oh, this is going to be a dive.
Yeah.
And then he gets the knockout, and they're like, yep, this is what I imagined.
Yeah.
Just because the way he started to move, but it's like Jake, you got to give credit to Jake for that though.
Facts.
Because I said this that night. Like Jake is somebody he's always looking to pull the trigger, and when you're in front of him, you can tell. Like he looks like, bro, come on. Like he has that presence about him. That if you go throw a punch, I'm gonna throw something back.
Yep.
And sometimes like those, you hit somebody and they come right back and they're not cowering. They don't look defensive. Jake doesn't look defensive at all.
No.
He's an all offense type of guy. Like I'm here, I'm looking to throw and land my punch. And JJ's like that a lot, and that's what happened to like Logan when he fought KSI. He's not a guy that's like looking to angle. Like even me, I'm like, okay, where can I counter? Can I make sure I'm on point?
Right.
Guys are just coming forward like, let's go.
Bro. Immediately when this started transpiring and I started to see, like you said, Andre August doing a lot of just reacting to everything, it just felt like he had never – I felt sorry for the guy when I thought about it in retrospect. I was like, damn, he's never been in a moment like this ever in his life.
No.
He's fought in front of 20 people, 30 people, 100 people. He's in front – not that this was a massive venue, but there was 4,000 or 5,000 people in there.
It's
millions
different.
Of people watching worldwide. Him probably seeing clips of this and clips of that, and it just that plus Jake was, like you said, in an offensive mindset, dude. We talked to him before I got on the plane on Monday of last week. I talked to him and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna knock this fool out in the first round." Like you haven't heard Jake talk the way he was talking. Like you heard him say to Tommy, "I'm gonna knock you out," and same to Nate, "I'm gonna knock you out."
He's not talking like he's doing it for the promotion.
This was for real. This was not camera stuff for him. He was like,
this is what it is.
And he told us too, he's like, I want to get back to that. Like, he's like, I've learned so much in this boxing stuff and I've gotten better technically. I want to get back to that problem child stuff where I was knocking fools dead and taking a little more risks. He's like, I want to get in there and prove a point and really hurt this guy. Like he was about it. Right. And so that's what happened. Andre August starts, getting under everything, stuff that isn't even, Jake's not even punching. He's just feinting, and Andre August is, getting level change into his knees, and Jake's like, cool, here comes the uppercut. Hides it with the jab.
He lands the jab, dude.
Sticks the jab in his face, says, hold this. Andre's trying to put his guard back together, and here comes the uppercut.
And that was the most beautiful thing for me, dude. Like he didn't, because Andre didn't really like duck. He wasn't like, it wasn't like he was doing a major level change. The jab pushed his head away from his guard. And also his guard is what blinded him from the uppercut too.
I was going
to say. The jab's there, and his front hand's right here. And Jake, boom, beautiful technique. Timing, very subtle, not like an over-exaggeration, not like a major, like let me bring the punch back, let me put everything into it. Just beautiful timing. And you can see he gets just a little pop from the jab. His head comes back disconnected.
Can't see it.
Underneath lights out, you can see in the replay his eyes roll back,
dude.
Before he hits the
you
ground.
Can see his eyes roll back. You can see his right foot start curling in before, like as soon as it was like a jolt of lightning hit him. You know what I mean? Like say what you want about Jake, and we've talked about power this, power that. Everyone that I've spoken to that has either been in camp with Jake or fought against him, I asked this to Tyron too. He goes, yeah, he can hit. He's got big time power. He can hit.
Well, he definitely knows.
I was like, Tyron, you can't even, But I just wanted to ask him because I was like, what are we seeing there? He goes, no, he can crack. Yeah, absolutely. He's a big boy now too. It was 199 pounds they fought at.
Yeah, that's the thing I realized too. I expected Andre to look bigger. And
He was big.
Damn, Jake. I know, but at least watching on screen,
He was short.
Jake looks
stocky,
so much bigger than him.
And even when they were standing next to each other, Jake just
and he looked bigger and stronger. Like Jake looked like the bigger,
faster, bigger, stronger, all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, one thing that I didn't like, and we'll get to this big WBA conspiracy thing I had. Matter of fact, fuck it, we'll just say it now. The president of the WBA was in attendance.
All right.
So the WBA convention down there, president in attendance, and as Jake is being, announced the winner, who's standing next to him? President of WBA. I'm starting to think El Presidente was in there. Sensei. I'm starting to think this guy's going to get ranked soon.
Bruh.
I know. I don't know if I even agree with it, like a high level ranking right. I don't agree with it. But if you think that the WBA is not in the business of Jake Paul, or they don't want to be, you're crazy.
Of course, bro. If he gets ranked,
I'm not saying it'll be any time in the next 6 months, but I also have a theory that Jake's going to be pretty active. And they told me, and I think he should. I think he should be.
Yeah, of course.
Because when I will start to agree with him being ranked, I don't know what number you want to give it, but when I will start to agree with it is when if he continues to win fights against pro boxers with a record, regardless of, I guess where it is on the age spectrum they are, but skill spectrum, I need to see that incrementally increase, and I think that's what they're looking to do. I will agree with them putting him higher and higher in rankings as he continues winning.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they came out tomorrow and was like, all right, top 15. I'm like, okay, hold on. You know what I mean?
Vidal come out like,
Right. Which is the thing I wanted to touch on too was Jake is going to fight, I think, in the next 3 or 4 months. Just if I'm putting a prediction on it, I don't know, but I think he'll fight again soon. And I know from talking to him that he likes this kind of thing. He enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
Right? He just enjoyed that like boxing fight night feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. He loves it.
And
it's very clear.
Something, and you touched on this a second ago, and I know how people are going to say this, but one, I was so upset with the boxing community, not the boxing community, but boxing heads like the one you were talking about. Well, there's a bunch of guys that said it, but I even saw my boy, freaking, what's his name? Showbiz.
Oh yeah, you talking about him?
Showbiz. I was like, that's my guy too, and he was like, no, it's rigged. It's rigged. I was like, what? Come on, man. I was like,
well, bro, it's in fighting. If they see anything that looks out of the ordinary, right, and we acknowledge that, we're like, what's Andre didn't look like.
You can say, if you want to say he was cherry picked, then I'm not going to argue like to the death over like, okay, they fought a guy that they thought they could beat. Okay. But to say the thing was rigged and that he was taking a dive and that, it was Showbiz, and I can't believe that he was the one that did it, but he even had the tinfoil hat on, but he was like,
oh yeah,
Andre landed a right hand. Oh, he hit Jake. He hit him. That was too much. Now I know.
That right hand.
And I was like,
he said, "Ooh, my bad. I should have done that."
Like, come on, bro.
Oh man.
Which
reminded me of what's that man's name?
Who?
Winterson's first opponent.
My guy Philip Beck, son.
Oh, Philip Beck.
Philip Beck.
Now when you go back,
we don't know about that one.
He was saying it was Philip. Was it Philip Beck when he was like?
And we saw him in the Taco Bell later that night. We were like,
bro, he apologized. We have it on film. He said, bro, in the middle of the fight.
That one I can understand. This one, I just am baffled by people continually doing that. No. This one was, I'd be baffled by. I am baffled by people just continually doing this with Jake. I don't understand it. Maybe it's still that old boxing garb where they just don't want to believe that he is able to do some of these things. And it's not like it's otherworldly unbelievable either. Maybe it's the Disney thing that gets him, but if you've watched Jake for the last 4 or 5 years, it makes a lot of sense what we're seeing.
Yeah, and I think what happened, but I think the main thing is people expected this guy to be something that he wasn't on fight night.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. The moment will do that. When he says to Ariel Helwani, "I don't want to do this right now," this means I don't want to be here. He doesn't. He's not present in the moment. And when guys are like that, they look for a way out, and that's happened to the best of the best. We've seen that happen to Cowboy Cerrone. We've seen it happen to top fighters where they're just not there. And they look for ways out, and they're not themselves, or they're not their best, I should say. We know, we haven't seen August enough, but we know that wasn't his best. But guess what? This is the big stage, buddy. This is
what you got to be. Yeah, bro.
So if the fact that Jake can do that, you get credit, because guess what? Logan couldn't do that. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of fighters can't do that on the night.
We could sit here all day and talk about, this is the biggest opportunity for Andre August, and it was. But guess who also has to perform? Guess who all the pressure literally should be on? The guy that's promoting the event. He's the promoter and the main event fighter. He has almost nothing star power-wise to gain from this win. He's risking potential, Canelo fight, KSI fight, Tommy Fury. All that gets put on the table, like chips on the table, every time he does one of these. He's the one, in my opinion, that has all the pressure in the world and still goes out and performs like that. So I think there needs to be more credit given to that.
This is what happens, though, when you ace the test. You got to get two wrong on purpose. If not, it look like you're cheating.
Yeah, I guess
he knocked him out too well that people think that is rigged.
Yeah, but if that was anybody else, I don't think the allegations would be what they are. But because it is Jake, it does tend to be a little more. Yeah. But
Facts.
Big win for Jake. I thought, like I said, I thought he looked good. I told him this too. I was like, I thought you looked more and more and more like a guy that wasn't thinking about how to box and just boxing.
Mm-hmm. He's just fighting out there.
And that's where I think you have to give him credit, is he's becoming more and more comfortable. And because he's becoming more comfortable, he's opening up and he's throwing some heavy, heavy stuff. Fair play to him. Big win for him. What do you think he does next? I think he wants to stay active, but do you think he does like the Tommy Fury thing? Do you think he
just said, bro,
announcement this week?
The KSI contract is out there. He's waiting to hear back from them, and he's in talks with Tommy Fury. So it looks like he's looking to go in that direction, at least to start there, it seems.
They said, before he goes, I don't know where it was published, but they said they got an announcement this week. So we might be coming back for round 2 of our episode 2 of our revamped podcast to talk about that. But that was Jake and Andre August. Whatever happens next week.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah.